And man, we got the guy here himself, Wade Brown, man. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. How about yourself, man?
Hey, it's all love over here, man. I had to bring you on. We had to dive deep into your music, boy.
Hey, man, let's get it.
We've been listening for a while, man. R&B, soul, hip-hop artist extraordinaire, you know what I'm saying? He pulls his inspirations from people like D'Angelo, Andre 3 Stacks, and Prince. And this guy has a somewhat familiar sound, but with his own contemporary twist, like your favorite country cousin that's visiting for the summer. Sultry vocals over hip-hop infused neo-soul instrumentation. Wade sings clever rhymes with a smooth raps that will keep you grooving. Food at the House Volume 1 is his sophomore follow-up to his well-received debut, Coffee. Food at the House Volume 1, man, is such a cohesive album.
Appreciate
you know what I mean?
Man.
So, how long did it take to get that track list in order? Because it just flows right into one another. It's perfect, man.
Man. So it started out with Off the Ground. And like I said, Anchor was a song was already recorded. Move Through was a song that was already recorded because Move Through was at a time where I was fresh out of a breakup, and that's really how Food at the House came about. Yeah, I was coming off a breakup, and I was trying to write what will be my debut album, Grits. That's always been in my mind, like dead ass.
Is it the Girls Raised in the South Grits, or is it just Grits? Grits.
It's just Grits. It can stand for Girls Raised in the South.
Yeah.
But I was trying to write Grits, and I kept getting writer's block, and I realized I was trying to graze over something I wasn't over yet. Some feelings that I hadn't gotten out yet, which turned into Food at the House. I feel like as an artist, you either have to tell a story or invite people into your world. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at Food at the House, I was kind of teetering the line of doing both. Kind of taking you on this journey with me, but also inviting. Coffee more so was just inviting you into my world. It wasn't necessarily a storyline in Coffee. It was just a compilation of tracks that invited you into my world.
Set that cinematic universe.
Yes, sir. Food at the House was more so on the story tip, while also inviting you into a certain universe sonically. I hope I answered your question somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
We in that universe. So I'm gonna jump back around. Man, Anchor is such a dope track. Like, who's the producer behind this track?
Well, when I met him, he was plus TFX. Now he goes by Ovon Foss. Either way, dude is dope.
Yeah.
Dude is hella dope, man. I found him through SoundCloud, oddly enough, and I hit dude up. I was like, yo, I need this.
Yeah.
I need this. You know what I mean?
As soon as you heard it, you was like, I need it.
And it's sometimes you just hear things. Speaking of being invited into a world, I feel like each individual song should put you in a mode. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, Anchor sounds like Lights Off with a chick. And if it is lit in some type of way, it's a blue or green light. Like real.
Give them that red light special.
That red light special, yeah.
We're gonna jump right into Anchor. Man, it's heavy on the concepts, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play out a little bit of that right now.
Who else could hold you down and keep you afloat? At the same time, I'll be the anchor deep in your waters. You're in weather.
I like you inside out. Your fashion sense led you to wear your emotions. Just handle your business, whatever you have in store, I'll be there when you open. Go to work, but don't roll up your sleeve, let it hang, so you can let your heart show, baby. As I walk through the halls in your mind, put your thoughts on display, that's an art show, lady. This is love.
Hey, as y'all can hear, man, it's such a dope track, man.
Hey, I appreciate that,
man, the
brother.
first thing that come to mind on that is what came first on this track? Was it the concept? Was it the production? Was it the arrangement? What's up, man? Give us the scoop on that.
Yeah, so this is actually technically, even though Off the Ground kicked off the Food at the House like recording process as far as it being continuous, Anchor is actually the first song that I recorded because I was in Sweden Well, Copenhagen. Shout out to Slow Motion. Shout out CP. Shout out Cody G. I was out in Copenhagen with CP for a show, and yeah, we just in the studio. You know, I'm still adjusting to like the time zones and shit. I'm sleeping during the day and up at night. Yeah. So we just beat surfing through beats all that night. And I roll up on this one. Nighttime in Sweden is what inspired that track. Like the vibe of it. You know what I mean? So the beat came first, then the melody came. The melody came next. Yeah.
So when did that concept of that love being deep, that anchor diving deep, man, where did that come from?
Man, that honestly came from different experiences I've had with a couple of, you know, women that I've cared about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So this probably, I'm pulling from the first relationship I was in, mainly, and just that first feeling of, you know, like really feeling like it's deeper than rap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Really feeling like it's something deep, like something that can be secure and whatnot. So yeah, and I've always had an appreciation for, like, especially black women. Like, I had an appreciation for black women because, especially black women that are independent and you know, just live in their own world, run things on their own time, and wear their heart on their sleeves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Passionate, don't need nobody for nothing. And so that's really where the inspiration come from. Like I said, the first line, I like you. The first line of the verse, I like you inside out.
Oh yeah.
And your fashion sense lets you to wear your emotions. My first ex was fly. I ain't gonna lie, she was fly.
Yeah.
She was fly. So yeah, man, it's, you know, just.
But that's dope though, man. The music and well, your life inspiring the music, man, and that's what we want to know. You know what I mean? How do such a great song like this come about? You know what I mean? Because some people can just be great songwriters and they don't gotta pull from their life. You know, they might know somebody else. Because even what Confessions was about JD's life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of Usher. So I mean, that's how it comes. But let me ask you this. So now that you a little more experienced in the game, do the love still get as deep as the beginning?
You know, it's weird. It's a difference between perception and reality. And when I say that, I don't mean it's just like the love wasn't real. But when you young and in love, like I was a late bloomer. I ain't had my first relationship till I was 23.
Still a little puppy love.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So what you perceive to be is the things that are everlasting, and you trying to just figure it out yourself. And you know, now that I'm older, that perception that I had back then, and you know, like when I look back, you know, we were both young. You know what I mean? It was a good relationship. Shout out to her. But it was just, you know, you know, sometimes when you a lovey-dovey nigga like me, you think something's gonna last forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So true R&B head right here. True R&B singer right here.
So it's like that perception that I had, no matter how much it lived up to that perception or not, well, that perception I had has become a reality that I'm searching for. You feel what I'm saying? Like the older I get, like all the other shit, the lovey-dovey shit that shit cute, but can I trust you? You know what I'm saying? And trust you don't mean just, will you not cheat on me? That's a big part. Don't cheat on me. I ain't that forgiving yet.
But that trust, you gonna tell me the truth.
You gonna tell me the truth.
Is my breath stink?
Right.
Like, be real with me on all levels.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna, I said recently in this feature that I did with my homegirl, SIE, she's a rapper out of Chicago and singer, real talented. I just said in a verse, trust you enough to share the shit that I love, but I'm more concerned with how you handle things that I fear. So it's like, and you know want to put your insecurities off on somebody because it's not their responsibility. But it's just like, not trust you that you can be faithful, but can I trust you with my dreams and my nightmares? You feel what I'm saying? Can I trust you to be honest with me enough to not just be my yes woman?
Oh yeah.
You pick me up, important. You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I can conquer whatever. And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna uplift you. but keep it real with me. Can I learn from you? You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's
because all that other shit is, I love it.
Oh yeah.
I'm a lovey-dovey, hopeless romantic, whatever you want to call it. I'm a sucker for that. I really am. To my detriment sometimes. But it's cute. But where can I really, and it sounds cliche, but can I really build a future with you? And can I trust you to go to war with me? When I say with me, I don't mean you gotta be on the front lines of the battlefield. I'm talking about the state that we are in as black people right now, which we've been this way for a long time, but due to the recent murders of, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, it's Dana Fletcher here in Huntsville. It's come to the forefront like it always does when these tragic things happen. But yeah, I'm getting off on a tangent, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, well, we don't want to cut you off right there. We don't want to get too deep.
Yeah. Pretty much I'm saying, can we depend on each other when it really counts?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are we building this? Are we working towards something solid? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
This world is a cruel motherfucker.
Hey, you already know. I'm
You know
there
what I
with
mean?
you, bro. So man, we're gonna move right along, man. Hey.
I be long-winded, man.
It's all good. That's what we got you here for. I knew you can expound on these ideas, man. But so this next track, it's another one of my favorites.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's that Gryffindor / Offended.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Gryffindor for life.
Like I say, we're gonna let y'all hear the track. Let's get right into it.
Hey baby, hey baby, said it's just like magic. What kind of spell did you put on me? Trying to keep my heart calm, but it's skipping. Somebody run and tell Ron that I'm tripping. Woman, listen, if stealing hearts is a crime, then I won't be acquitted. You'll get swept quicker than Quidditch, so quit it unless you in it for real. I done seen how this can go before. See, it's a whole lot of eyes watching you and me. Shady people try to tear us down at every turn, but I've learned some folks get offended when they see you living in your vibe, and it ain't no fucks given. Can't nothing break your spirit. Some folks get offended.
And man, as y'all can hear, man, there was a double track right there. He had to throw a little something on the end, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, but we gonna get right back to that Gryffindor. As a fellow Harry Potter fan myself, it's your first day at Hogwarts. They put that sword and hat on you.
Listen.
What house you coming out as?
Oh, Gryffindor, for sure.
He Gryffindor, okay.
It's disrespectful.
I represent Slytherin out here. I'm a little dog. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you was solid.
Hey, I'm solid, Hey, don't play Snape. He was Slytherin too. He'll carry down the whole time, but we ain't gonna get too deep on that.
Yeah, he did. He acted like a little bitch the first couple of movies, but he ended up being real. You know what I'm saying?
He was real all alone. That's all.
You're right.
He was real all alone.
But that Malfoy.
Okay, well let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what did Harry Potter mean to you coming up?
Man,
For you to come up with a whole host of puns and use all of that.
Well, shout out J.K. Rowling, man. I say that like I know her.
I know, right? What up, J.K.?
J.K. what's happening? But yeah, just as a kid, man, like literally when reading like took you into another world, you know what I mean? As a child, you got that vivid imagination. And then I love the book, the movies, even the audio books. So I read like the first couple of books like raw, then they introduced me to the audiobooks. So I started reading along with the audiobooks just to I've always liked audiobooks because it's especially when it comes to like fictional books, because it's always interesting to me to see how the voice actor interprets interprets certain voices versus what you hear in your head when you read it yourself.
And how they say certain words, because a lot of spellings was a little different.
A lot of stuff, you pronounce something, you thought it was this way, then the voice actor. But it meant everything, man. Like that along with series of unfortunate events. It's just the
Lemony Snickets.
Yeah, shout out Lemony Snicket. But it's just the whole world of it, man. From Quidditch to Hogwarts to the lessons that you learn about camaraderie, the how J.K. Rowling is very good at making you love characters and despise characters. Cause to this day, if I see Harry's uncle and aunt,
oh yeah, they get it up.
It's on site.
It's on site. Yeah,
on the double chin.
Put me in the cover for what?
What?
All right then.
But
look, so it is a double track. You know what I mean? This could have easily been a quick little interlude, short and sweet. What made you decide to put Offended with that one?
Man, it's sort of a multi-entendre. Directly, it's about a relationship, and you ever have something been going all good, but outside forces try their best to poke at it, whether it be a romantic relationship between you and your significant other, or just you winning yourself or your team. You know what I'm saying? Some folks get offended, and the reason I put it together was, Malfoy, and Voldemort.
The haters out there.
The haters, the straight haters. Peter Pettigrew, or rat ass nigga. Literally. But yeah, man, just talk about, it's crazy how you can just be in your vibe, right? And it will make certain people just mad, whether it's insecurity of that they have, or just something that they envy about you. And I'm not even just speaking from personal experience. I've witnessed it I've witnessed people hate on other people. And I'll be like,
that's real. That energy is definitely out there. You know what I mean? And sad to say, sometimes from family. You know what I mean? From your closest friends, you know what I mean? Usually it's somebody that's close to you, close enough to stick that knife in you. So I mean, that's real.
And my little brother, Malik, we was talking about it. Because Malik the quiet one. He be chilling, depending on where you at. He the quiet
I've seen him turn over a few times.
But that's my nigga though. That's a solid nigga. And we were just talking about how sometimes the real in you. And sometimes, I think emotions are like spirits. Sometimes they don't even be that person. People just be possessed with certain evil spirits. But no funny shit. The real in you can agitate the bitch or the weak nigga in somebody else.
That bitch ass.
And when you come around, that bitch ass is exactly. And when you come around and you solid and you confident, it just makes certain people, they get offended. Like it's itching. Like why can't I be like this nigga? So that's what that track is about. And just stay doing you. Whether you by yourself, whether you with your woman, do not let outside forces dictate what you truly feel. Don't be no fool. If somebody means you well and they got some advice, you want to keep an open ear. But at the end of the day, man, just don't let anybody distract you from what you truly know.
Okay. Yeah, man. This dude get deep on everyone, man. But speaking of interludes, I gotta get right into the interlude, man. And when I heard this track, man, it had me excited because I was a huge fan of Coffee. A lot of it is soulful, it's smooth, it's grooving and stuff. But when I heard this track, I was like, yes. I've been waiting on this guy to switch that tempo, give us that funk, you know what I'm saying? And microwave interlude is just that. Y'all listen to this. As y'all heard, this track was funky as hell, man. I'm telling you, that boy got down on that. But the message behind that is what got me intrigued. What made you want to speak on that, and us being the instant gratification generation is what they like to say?
Man, it's overwhelming, bro. It's like stressful sometimes. And I mean, as a millennial, we subconsciously just get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to even call myself a. You know how long it was before I realized that I'm a millennial.
You in there too. We in there too.
We both in there.
Yeah, we are.
I used to say, man, y'all millennial ass niggas. You know you're one too, right? Bullshit.
Yeah, see, I used to hold that on. I used to hold that up. You know, millennial always sounded like we the new age, we the future. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
But yeah, I mean, it's that instant gratification, like you said. Everything is it's like processed food. It's literally like microwave food. We just want something quick, and if we don't get, everybody's so quick to react. Things happen fast. Things are projects, music is consumed like fast food or like microwave food.
It's a classic and it'll drop today.
It'll it's either classic or it's trash. As soon as it drops.
I know, right?
Classic, trash. Like, bro, I remember when you used to have to go buy the CD and you gon' get your money's worth because you spent money on it, mother. I burned, and I think this era, 2015, was the last of that era, but I burned not Good Kid. I burned Good Kid, Mad City out. I did. That was 2012. But To Pimp a Butterfly, Black Messiah, D'Angelo, J. Cole, Forest Hill Drive. I burned all three of them CDs out. Like, spent whole summers on them. And so anything from the way we consume music, the way social media reacts to stuff, we canceling everybody, and as soon as something happens, 3 seconds later there's a meme about it. People take sound bites. People run with things they see on social media without even checking to see if it's factual. Next thing you know, goes viral. And that translates into how we handle day-to-day relationships. I think people are more weak-minded now when it comes to relationships. The moment, because social media is painting this facade for everybody.
Oh yeah, perfect pictures.
Perfect picture, and it's spoiling us because you got, the artists that aren't really artists, or they paint the facade of being flashy and having it all together.
Oh yeah.
You got the Instagram chicks who, shout out to all my beautiful women, no insult to anybody, but because I know real models.
Oh, yeah.
I know legit models that it's their profession. But now, as long as you pretty and you say link in bio, or no, booking info, then you a model.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, right. I ain't gonna lie though, shout out to the OnlyFans because that's a hustle. You call it what you want.
Get your money.
They're getting their motherfucking money.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them.
People is paying.
Yeah.
So let me bring you on this. There's a spoken word piece on there. Kari.
Yeah, Kari.
Okay. And I like what he did on that. Did he write that himself, or was that something that y'all collabed on?
Nah, man. I let everybody I collab with, do their thing unless they request me to like co-write or something. But Kari is an amazing poet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I met him at the Flying Monkey down at Low Mill when they did the Poetry Sundays, and dude was just incredible. So I sent him the track, and I wanted him to just speak on, what is. I let him do his thing. You know what I mean? So the concept of the song itself is. Let me say this real quick. The concept of food at the house in general. Imagine being in the talking stages with a woman, and you end up spending, instead of y'all going out, you end up spending the night in the crib talking for hours. And that talking for hours is low key, subconsciously the determining factor as to whether you're gonna take it to the next level or not.
Oh yeah.
So that's the concept of food at the house. The whole album is a long ass conversation with one woman. Oh, yeah. So his aspect in that era, in that song, is he's piggybacking off of what I was talking about, which is like everything. I'm an old school nigga. I grew up around old people, old school
me
music.
here too. Play them records, boy.
Exactly. So that slow cooked love, man, and if it's organic, it's gonna last longer. You know what I'm saying? If it's cooked right, if you nurture it right, it's gonna last longer. Just slow things down, take our time. And ironically, it's a fast up-tempo track. The irony in that, But Kari, he just piggybacked off that, and like, as you can tell in his verse, he just pretty much talked from the aspect of admiring the woman and learning about her past and the men she's dealt with, and I said, wondering how a snack can make a meal watching you in that kitchen. You know what I mean?
Looking finger licking. Hey, that man killed it. That man killed it.
Listen, man, and you know I feel like the balance. I've always found myself in, you know, I want black women to know. I want to try to display the perfect balance of appreciating you as the person and the queen that you are, and not objectifying you, while at the same time letting you know, oh, you bad as fuck.
Oh yeah,
Inside and out. Listen, and you know, I'll do my thing. You feel me? But yeah, so yeah, shout out Kari, man. That piece.
Yeah, that it definitely stuck out to me. But you spoke on this whole album being a conversation to the lady, you know what I mean? Well, a conversation back and forth.
Yeah. And
you end it with Above and Beyond, with it said DT Soul as well as Gypsy.
Yes, sir.
Gypsy Soul. And
yes, sir.
Hey, I love every time y'all collaborate.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate it. Shout out Gypsy Soul, my sis, man.
Oh yeah, so when y'all working on this track, matter of fact, let me let y'all listen to that track right now. This here is Above and Beyond by the Wade, Gypsy Soul, and DT Soul. Y'all check it out.
You, for you, if we keep it solid, I'll lift you up. Baby, have a little faith in me, then we can go above and beyond. Ooh, ooh, don't wanna live with egos. I just wanna be wherever we go. Just hold.
So, as y'all heard, man, this is such a great song. This is actually a two-part song. We'll get into that a little later. But hey, the first thing I want to know is like, man, just on tracks like this,
word,
you know, where does the melody come from? Who brings that first? Who brought that in? Who brought that in?
So I hit Gypsy up, was like, yo, you know, I need something to finish this out. Cause you know, she was such a standout on Coffee to the listeners, and it was like, you know, I wanted people to get all the way to the end and have not heard from her.
And be wondering like,
and it's the perfect blend, because it is legit the end of the conversation with me and, you know, conceptually me and the lady I'm involved with. See, I hit her up. I had the melody, recorded my part. We recorded the hook together. She wrote her verse. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it went, man. I gave the beat. So I found the first part first, and then, you know, doing like I do, always reaching out to producers and feeling like it was missing. So it would have ended on the first part.
Yeah.
But I was like, it needs that. I feel like you need to end on that outer spacey prototype under 3000 kind of note.
Okay.
Or you know, one of my favorite tracks is Hello with Andre and Erica.
Oh yeah.
You know
Hello. Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's how it came about, man. And Gypsy's we always instant chemistry.
Oh yeah, definitely always. So you say you want to take them to space on that second half using the vocoder.
Oh yeah, well we're leading into the second half. Yeah.
So like, was that your first time using something like that?
That wasn't me. That was DT Soul.
What? Okay.
DT
So that was him. Okay.
Shout out, Black Power all the way out in London actually. DT Soul is from London. I ran across this guy on one of his videos, and he has like a bunch of these like cover videos of him just going crazy on the vocoder. Like, yo, bro, we got to work. You fucking fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I sent him my stuff, let him check me out. Then, you know, we linked up and chopping it up from there. And I was like, yo, bro, I got something. See what you can. And so he sent it back quick. And at first it was just mumbles. He was just getting the melody out. See what you think about this. I tell you, this is the most fire ass mumbles I've ever heard in my life, bro. I was like, yo, yeah. Finish writing that shit. I think we all collabed on lyrically on his part, just to fit the vibe, but he sent it back. It's crazy. Shout out DT Soul.
Yeah. Shout out DT Soul.
Shout out Gypsy Soul.
Oh yeah. As we wrapping up on the Food at the House Volume 1.
Oh, and shout out it would not be possible. Food at the House would not sound like it does if it were not for Stephen P.R. Kane, my engineer, my day one. Shout out to him. Shout out to CP for mixing Anchor. Shout out to Mally for mixing Move Through. But the project overall, engineering, mixing, mastering, all Stephen Kane.
Okay, man. PR, man, you did your thing on there, man. This definitely like one of my favorite albums out here, man. For sure. So we gotta go back a little bit though, because I couldn't do this interview without bringing a little bit of coffee up in here,
man.
Boy. That's
Coffee's
the one,
my baby, man.
That's the one that made me a fan. It was like really like, yo, anything this dude put out, I gotta check it out. So couldn't do too much on there, but it's 2 tracks on there. 1 track, but it's 2 tracks. That's Sincere. I'm gonna play that first one right here. This is Sincere, Wade Brown, Coffee.
Life had me backed into a corner, then I walked into your aura, got caught in your ambiance. It felt so sincere, so sincere, baby. So sincere. The energy we shared, it felt so sincere, so sincere, baby. So sincere. When you showed me who you are, I believe.
So as y'all heard, that was Sincere. That was the first version. So I mean, is this one that comes from personal experience, or is this kind of like just a songwriting type of thing?
Oh, definitely, man. At this point, man, there's not too many things I write that doesn't come from, even if it's not personal experience directly. It's or that if I'm not living it at that very moment, it's something that I have felt or lived at one moment in time. So yeah, Coffee itself was a reflective album. You know what I mean? Sincere was I had just gotten out of a relationship when I recorded Coffee, my first relationship. So Sincere was pretty much reflecting on how I felt at the beginning stages of what me and her had. So
hey, this man put a lot of his life into this music, man. I'm telling you. So let's get to the production. Who produced this one?
That was my guy out in Sweden. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. It's Samson. I'm tripping. My bad, Samson. My bad. Samson. Samson has done so many tracks, I be forgetting. Samson did Flavor. Samson did the first Sincere. Samson did the first half of Gryffindor. Samson did No Higher. Samson is that guy. Once again, Black Power.
Oh yeah.
Different parts of the country.
Oh yeah, the international Black Power. He's taking it all over the world, man. Those are some great tracks though, man. I like a lot of those. I like a lot of those.
Yeah, me and Samson, we got more work to do, guy. Okay. Got more work to do.
Cause I like that he had them off-kilter drums on that mud.
That Dilla shit. That Dilla shit.
Yes, man. For the music heads out there, you know what Dilla is. Shout out. Yo, so he didn't just stop at that one. This man gave y'all a Gumbo remix, Gumbo Network. So I had to ask him, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get right into that remix. Y'all check this out.
You got perfect timing. Your conversation captured me. Girl, I don't mind it. Life had me backed into a corner. Then I walked into your aura. Got caught in your ambiance. And it felt so sincere. So sincere, baby. So sincere.
Alright, so y'all just heard that was a Sincere Gumbo remix. Good. Had to throw that in there. But hey, man, 2 versions. Which one of these came first?
Well, Sincere, the original version, came first. And the Gumbo remix originally inspired by the fact that at the time I was doing the soundtrack for Giallo Gumbo, the black comic book. Shout out Johnny Quattre. Shout out, yeah. Oddly enough, after that first relationship, I fell deeply into another relationship.
As we tend to do. As we tend to do sometimes.
I fell deeply. And then that inspired the remix. Was just, it was the same like that new feeling, you know, amateurish.
But just a little different vibe.
Yeah, a little bit, you know what I mean? A little different vibe. Exactly. And at that point in life, how that beat sounds, how like groovy, how like funky it is, that's how I felt in life at the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, the remix inspired that, and the rap verse at the end is sort of a peek into where I was, you know, starting to contemplate all those questions that I'm searching for in food at the house. You know what I mean? So
so they tie together. This guy's all about eating good, man.
Yeah,
Perfect for the Gumbo Network, man.
Yeah,
so,
man.
but if you had to choose, which one would you prefer to perform?
Oh, the remix, man.
The remix. Oh yeah, I was thinking that one. They got more.
Yeah.
It definitely has more of a live sound to it.
It got that funk to it. When you're on stage, when I perform that track, when that shit drops, it's just
crank that, pump that bass. It's all about the tuba, shout it.
Oh man. Classic.
Oh yeah. So woke me up like coffee in the morning. Did the track come before the title?
No. That was kind of a shout out to the title.
Okay.
But coffee in itself, coffee's always played a big part in my life. I was one of the niggas like, I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, moved here when I was 6. So I grew up here, but there too, because I spent all my summers and my holidays in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Going back.
And when as a little kid, I always wanted to be like my granddad and cause both him and my grandmama would drink coffee every morning. And I convinced them one day, just let me, you too young, just let me get a sip. And then I started, all it took was a sip. I started drinking it every morning just like them.
Yeah.
Like, I started living like my granddaddy. Like, granddaddy get up at 7 in the morning, look. I want to get up at 7 in the morning too. I'm going to sit on the side of the bed too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I used to think, why would my granddaddy sit on the side of the bed for like 30, 45 minutes every morning? I'm older, I get it now.
Oh yeah.
This life ain't no motherfucking joke.
Like, man, I gotta get prepared for the day.
Shit.
I'm a black man in America.
Listen.
Hey, hard times.
Listen, man. But so yeah, coffee. I've always loved coffee, literally. You know what I mean? Of course, you know that in itself is a double entendre.
Then, man.
Black women, you know.
Oh yeah, I
coffee.
like them black.
You know,
black and natural.
Let me say this right here. I'm Wade Brown, and I approve this following message: black vagina only. All right.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Well, hey, man, that about wraps up all the questions I had, man. I want to thank you for coming here, man,
Most
to
definitely, dog.
the Electric Lounge at EQ
course.
Labs. You know what I'm saying, man? I had to get this out, man. I appreciate you coming on the Keys on Key and let these people know the ins and outs of this great music, man. You keep doing your thing,
bro.
man.
I appreciate you, bro. Likewise, bro.
Hey, man, we're gonna keep doing it, man.
Yes, sir.
This Dexter Dajuicé with the Gumbo Network, man. Y'all eat good.